Hello, beautiful women. My name is Emmy, and I am here today to talk to you about SEINT makeup, which I absolutely adore. I am a professional photographer by trade. I've had my own studio for over 20 years. I'm very busy. I have a hectic schedule, and I needed a makeup that would fit in with my busy schedule, something I could do in 10 minutes, something simple, natural looking. I wanted a makeup that would have some longevity, especially with my face up against the camera all day. I wanted it not to sit in my fine lines and creases and my larger lines too. And I just wanted something that would give me my natural glow back and that would help me look polished and put together every day of the week. And SEINT hit all the marks. And I really love this makeup, and I am so excited to share it with you. Okay, so before I get started with the tutorial, I just wanted to rewind back a little bit and tell you about myself and my story before I started with SEINT makeup. So I was very unhappy with my old makeup routine. I looked in the mirror and I was seeing a lot of lines and creases and issues with my skin appearing very normal for somebody who's 55 years old. I'm being kind, fine lines, creases, wrinkles, they're wrinkles. Anyway, and the current makeup that I was using would dry my face out, had SD alcohol in it. It's like that matte coverage, powdery kind of stuff, and it wasn't doing me any favors. It was actually making my skin look worse. So I started wearing tinted moisturizers and sunscreens, and that wasn't giving me the coverage or longevity that I needed. And I wanted to try something different. I knew I had to find something different. So I scoured the internet and I found SEINT makeup. And I was so happy that I did, because it's been a total game changer for me. And I love the simplicity of it, the application, the longevity, the way it sits on top of my skin and not on my fine lines and creases. It is fabulous for mature skin. That being said, it works on all skin types. But I just love it. And I like the fact that I can have that polished, put together, lit from within glow every day of the week. And I love what SEINT makeup has done for my confidence and for my skin. It's a fabulous makeup routine. So I want to do a little rewind back to my previous studio. I'm in a new location now, but I used to have makeup artists come in and they would do the makeup on my clients, and it would be absolutely gorgeous. The transformation was incredible. I really started to notice the power of a really expert makeup application and good makeup, and what a difference it made in my clients, how empowering it was, and how beautiful they looked and how confident they felt. And this would really translate onto their images. And I thought, wow, this is really something. And I thought, well, I'm here now. This could really have a great synergy with my business. And so I started to share it with my own clients, and they loved it. And the transformation was spectacular for them too. So here I am. I'm so excited, and I want to share it with you too. So let's get started. Okay, so I just want to show you first. This is my SEINT palette or compact. I am going to be using this one, but I will show you. Mine is well loved. But this is what a typical one for somebody like me. I like to use a lot of the products. This is what it would look like. Let me just open it up here. And this is a sample of what the shades look like. You can see I've got my, I actually put them in the order of application, which is kind of cool. So these are my highlights here, which is like foundation, okay? But that being said, this is mango, this is my corrector. So I'd really go here first, then I'd do my highlights, and then I have my blushes right here, and here, and I have my Illuminator here, and then if I wanted to do a touch of Bella bronzer, I've got it here. So this is the cream side of my compact, okay? And let me just open up the other side, give you a little tour here. I keep all my powders together, and this is the vanilla dust, and this is just a really pretty array of shadows. You know, you can choose whatever shadows you like. There's so many nice colors. There's beautiful shades of browns, pinks, and purples, and neutrals, and you can just create some awesome looks. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that. And I really like, again, the simplicity, everything being in this compact. And there's smaller sizes too. This is one of the larger sizes that I like to use because it just works out for me. So, with getting started with the tutorial, I just wanted to talk about the importance of preparing your skin. Your skin is your canvas. Okay, so good skincare is of the utmost importance, and I'll definitely do a video on my skincare. But the first thing I do, and you'll see maybe if I get a little bit close here, you'll see a little glow. And I am wearing glow screen, okay? I love this. If you do kind of a light makeup application, this will actually shine through. And many days, I really, you'll see when I put it on, but I just do a really light application. My other tried and true favorite is Elta Md. I love this. I've been using this all winter, and I just kind of got into the glow screen. I've actually mixed the two. I'm a mixer. But anyway, just so I wasn't like glowing off the screen. But I love these. Sunscreen, so important. You know, if you haven't used it before, just start using it now so your skin will stay, you know, free of sun damage and lines. It's so important. Anyway, that's my spiel on sunscreen. I love it. I live by it. So very good for you. Okay, so you do not need a primer with this makeup, but as I told you, I'm a professional photographer, and I spend most of my day with a camera smashed against my face. Because I know a lot of the cameras, you know, that non-professionals will use, they'll just hold them up like this. Well, that's not like that. For my camera, I actually have to put my eye up against the camera and my face. So what I do is I use the Stay Spray, and you can use this after to keep your makeup in place and everything, but I use it before, and I spray a little bit on the perfector, which I'll talk about in a second, and I'll just kind of put that all over my skin. And I've tried it with and without, and I love what it does. It really sticks, you know, makes everything stay in place. But at the end of the day, I don't look all messed up like my makeup's all over the place. So I really, really like that. Okay, so just spray it on, like I said, a really light spray, just and then just pat it on your face, okay? And that's that. Let me just tell you too, when you use the perfector, what I do, I'm not by a sink or anything now, obviously, is I will put it under the running water. I will squeeze it out 3 times. It kind of doubles in size. And this perfector is not like other perfectors, so take this seriously. This is the one to get. I've thrown my other ones out. And I give it a good squeeze. I'm strong, so good squeeze. And then I use these little towels that I bought off of Amazon. I will link them below. And then I just get all the moisture out with these. They're small, they're easy to take with you when you travel and everything, when we start doing that again. But yeah, I love these. So that's what you do. Okay, so here I am. I'm prepared, I'm sunscreened, I'm primed, and let's just get into it. So the importance here, I'm gonna first use the blush and bronzer brush. I use this I like the application it gives. This side is so nice and firm. So I got a little blush on there, but anyway. And this side I actually can use for powder or the Bella bronzer. But right now I am going to start with my main shade, but before that, I am going to actually dip into my mango. Mango looks super orange. Do not go by the colors you see in the tins. I usually don't get a lot of redness or issues and everything, but when I do, so like if I get a blemish, I will put the mango on first. This one, yeah, this one's still here. So I will actually just kind of dip into this a little bit. I'm gonna look close here and just touch that with the mango. Okay, maybe this one too a little bit. Okay. And then I'm just looking for other stuff. I have a big pimple right here. I think I had some violin videos that I was going to make the other day, and I think I got nervous, and at my age I usually don't get pimples, but boy, it was a doozy. Because I have a fringe, you don't see it, but I'm still, let me just, hit that too with the mango. And as you can see, can you see it there? Yeah, it was unbelievable. I was like, oh wow, I'm like back to my teens again. It was just all nerves, bundle of nerves. I don't know. Anyway, I'm fine now. It all went well. Things do, All right, so I've touched that there. So, and actually what I want to do, I noticed the other day when I made a video, just a quick one for Facebook, that I have a little darkness in here. I think it's the way my eyes are set, but I don't think it would hurt just to kind of go in here, just so you can see. It's hard for me to see this far away. So I kind of look back into my mirror, but yeah. And just want to get a little bit here just to, and I have something in my eye as usual. Can we get that out? Drives me crazy. I don't know. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going in here just a little bit, really light taps. Okay, and then like a lot of people have, it's very common. It's more common to have rosacea or some kind of issue, hyperpigmentation. And you could do like a really light feathery coat of this on your face, or just hit the spaces, the spots that you have. And I'm kind of just spot working here, I want to say. In photography speak, it would be like dodging and burning. So dodging is lighter, burning is darker. So it's kind of like dodging. I'm taking out that darkness, but I'm actually doing it with a color because I'm doing the reverse color of the red to correct it. So, and I am really lightly touching it, but it will really make a difference. So I'm chattering and chattering on here, but I tell you, once you get used to this, there's a little learning curve with this makeup, but within 3 weeks, you will be putting it on in 10 minutes, and it will be, it will be just like putting on a seatbelt. It just comes natural to you. Okay, so now back to the blush and bronzer brush. Okay, I am going to dip into my darkest shade of highlight. And I want to say, when I say dip, I mean I'm tapping in. You don't need a lot of product. These highlights are totally highly pigmented, and you really use very little product to achieve that natural look. So you're going to see me do it now. I'm going to stop talking and just dip into my darkest shade, because what you want to do is you want to match first the darkest shades and then work into the brightness and then achieve a balance. So like I said, stop talking and start putting it on my face. So here we go. Let me just get my bearings here with my light. And you do not have to put this all over your face, but I do. I'm a little older, I like a little more coverage, but you see, look, I am like tapping, I am dotting this on my face. It is just so light. I like to say it's like a butterfly sitting on a flower. And the reason I'm dotting it too is, the little places that I corrected, I do not want to move that product. I want to keep that in place. So right here, not that anyone's gonna see it, but I don't care. I'm still gonna do it. And I just want to get all over. So let me take a look in my mirror because I'm chattering on. Make sure I've got coverage everywhere I want. And you ask, what about your forehead, dear? Well, yes, again, with the fringe, people don't see it, but I still put a little here because the wind blows, the fringe blows, but I'm not even looking. I can feel where it's going. Anyway, so I think I've got enough going on here. Just take a look to verify. Yeah, just a little bit more. Get this thing to sit still. I'm so old school. I almost glue on that brush, but it's a cream, so it doesn't work with creams. All right, so there you go. All right, so it's just a little different putting it on screen for the first time. Well, the second time technically, the little other video I made. So now what I want to do, I want to brighten, and I'm going to use the same brush. Okay, so it's the more dense brush, and let me show you. I don't know if I held this up before, but can you see it's a really small amount of product on the brush. So I'm going to go in and brighten, and I love the cream makeup. The thing about cream makeup is there's no mistakes, okay? Because you're going to see when I use the perfector that if I, apply too much somewhere, I'll just blend it out. Okay, so this is my basic brightener here. I'm going to go up a little bit here. Again, I'm just dabbing it on. I love this stuff. It's so creamy. It doesn't sit in my lines. I just want to say this makeup, because it's a cream, it's an occlusive agent, which means that it has bigger molecules versus some of the other makeup. So instead of sinking into your skin, it sits on top of your skin, and it doesn't settle into the creases, and I love it so much because of that. It gives my skin a really natural look, and it also, occlusive agent will sit on top of your skin. It will also retain moisture, so you will find as you use this makeup that your skin will actually start feeling better and looking better because it's retaining moisture. It's not constantly having like SD alcohol put on your face and getting dried out from that. So let me continue on with my brightener a little bit. Let me look in the mirror, see where I'm at here. I do have to look in the mirror because it's a little bit far away, the camera. All right, so I'm liking that. It's just a real basic kind of brightening here, really light touch. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with, again, I'm a mixer. I'm gonna take the brightener I was just using and then really lightly, like a feather, tap into an even lighter shade. And I'm just going to, because I have lines here and here, I want to stay away from those lines. I want to stay on parts like my nose, which is very firm, my chin, which is very firm. And I want to apply it. And I'm going to look here a little bit, but I want to kind of just put it in here. And again, like I said, if it ends up being too much, if I got a little too much on, I can blend it out, which you'll see. Usually right after I put my highlights on, I do a blending before I go into my contour. This is just the way I do it. Okay, so let me see how that looks. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and see, I just totally avoided all that line action there. So that is a good thing. All right, so the other thing I do is, and I might go back and do this again, but I'll go and take the brightest one, and you can see right here, I'm just putting a line down my nose right here. Okay, try to stay as steady as you can. Put it in the center, and it's kind of, when you think of light, light's going to pull, it's going to pull out, and shadows are going to pull in. Same thing again. Has such a synergy with my business. It's so photography related. I just love it. That's why I fell in love with this makeup and the application. Okay, so now I've got all this highlight on my face, but I don't want to just leave it here. This would feel like too much to me. I want to blend it so it looks natural. So here's my perfector, and I'm going to start blending. Okay, so I don't have to look at the mirror. I think I can pretty much pull this off. I'll just check at the end. Okay, so I'll go up my forehead, on the sides here, right in here. And now where you have lines, do take a look in the mirror, you know, just make sure that you haven't applied too much of anything here. And also, if you have some fine lines around your mouth, you know, which happens, you know, when you're over 50, you will want to kind of make this funny face like that and like this. And just make sure that everything's blended nicely. Okay, so I have like a really nice looking canvas going on here, and I really like it. So, yay. So here, we're gonna go on to the next step, the contour. Okay, so this is the detail brush. I love this brush. It is just fabulous. I never saw a brush like this one. And SEINT brushes are just, they are totally worth it. They just make the application so easy, and they're just, I mean, somebody put a lot of thought into this. There's a lot of science behind this, and I like it. So stop chitter chattering, Emery. So I am just going to start contouring. And if you never contoured before, I'm going to show you how to do it. And there's not one way. You know, there's more than one way, like, to everything. So I'm going to start with my nose. That's what I usually do. And I am actually going to come here along my, like, start at my eyebrow and go straight down my nose. And again, right here, start at my eyebrow and go straight down my nose. Okay, I'm pretty steady. A lot of people will take this end of it and they'll dip it in on an angle and use this part of the brush, and they'll just go like this. That's another way to do it, okay? But I'm just gonna do it my way. Do it my way. Anyway, so let me look in the mirror so I can, it's hard to do it on camera, so I can get a nice, I will tell you, I use ash. I could use a darker color with my contrasty coloring and everything, but I use ash, and I tend to use a bit more of it, just because it's nice and cool. And it seems to be a bit creamier. I like that. So it's a little easier to work with. I will tell you, these contours last a long time. So, but I like that. I like the coolness of it. I'm very, very neutral. So you can see I have like no lip color or anything. And if anything has too much red in it, it's really gonna pull red on me. So that's why I like the ash. But there's a lot of awesome contour shades, and you just have to have an artist like me help you and pick out, you know, suggest the best one for your unique skin tone. So let me just go on here. Oh, I think I've got it. So I have kind of like a little button nose deal here, but if you had a longer nose, you could actually bring it down here to kind of shorten the look of your nose. I'm just kind of thinning out my nose. So you can see before, when I brightened, I put the lighter here, and now I've got darker going on down here. And I'm even gonna go back in with my little finger and just go like that. Yeah, so I just kind of did this again. So you can see it's looking different here, isn't it? I like it. Okay, so I love how SEINT accentuates your natural beauty. So we're going to do a little bit underneath our lips here with the side, and I can do this here in front of the camera. What this does, of course, you know, your lips, as you age, they lose collagen, and you lose some of your lips. Now let's put it. But what I'm doing is I'm creating a nice sort of little V-shaped shadow under here to enhance and make this lip look fuller. Again, I'm going to, oh, that looks a little bit strong, but don't worry, I'm going to blend everything. So next I'm going to go on to my cheeks, the sides of my face, my cheekbones. My mouth is dry, I'm sorry. So for this part, and like I said with the ash, I'm going to dab in a lot more than I would with some of the other colors. But I love this color, so I need it. So what I'm going to do right here, stop chitter chattering, And I'm going to feel for my cheekbone. I have cheekbones, so I don't have to feel that hard, but you can actually feel it right here. So you are going to start pressing in from your hairline and just come down to about the middle of your eye, okay? And again, I'm just pressing everything. I'm not swiping, I'm not streaking, and I'm gonna push up like this. I'm gonna push upwards. You wanna bring those cheekbones up. A lot of people will do like a little curve right here. I don't think I need it with all the cheek action I have going on, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just check in the mirror, see if I like what I see here up close, because again, it's a little difficult to see in the camera. And yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. All right, see, all of a sudden, not blended yet, but you can see it's kind of like you're sculpting your face. So let me do the other side. Again, feel for the cheekbone. Come down to about the middle of your eye, and then you can start pushing up, blending up. Okay. And if you don't wear a foundation all over your face, I mean, you're getting coverage right here with the contour. Okay, and then do the old mirror check. Sure I'm liking everything. I have a pair of choices here. I'm getting like little fuzzies from my towels. I have like these awesome new towels. They're bath sheets. They like cover me up, and they're so fabulous. They're from Land's End. I highly recommend them, but they need to be washed like a bunch of times beforehand because, and I wash them, but I mean a bunch of times because they are shedding all over. But I bought 2 sets. The first set's more broken, and of course I was on this set now, and it's not, so I have little fuzzies. So, okay, so let's get off that offshoot. All right, so there we go with the cheeks, liking that. So now I am going to dip in a little more, and I'm going to define my chin. Okay, so my face is a little square, a little round. What I want to do is I want to maybe make this a little thinner in here. So I'm gonna just do this here. I don't know if everybody does this, but I'm doing what works on my face. And just touch this a little bit so it blends, but I really don't want to do anything really right there that much. I just want to blend. Okay, so I'm just tapping. And now what I'm going to do is do my jawline. Now, you could, what I'm doing, and I am kind of swiping, patting a little bit here because my jaw is really firm, thankfully. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Now, you can blend down if you don't have such a severe line here, but the way my face is, somebody would have to be like looking up under my chin to see what was going on here. So I really don't have to blend. Blend down on my neck, and I don't want to, yeah, I just don't want to have the makeup going down there. But I'll have to do like a one side of my face video, but you can really see all of a sudden I'm looking really sculpted. Okay, now obviously, like I said, I have the fringe, but if you don't have the fringe, you actually want to, you know how I came up to my hairline right here, you want to blend up here. You want to take your contour, put it here, just right around here, semicircle, and you want to blend into your hairline. And then you can come down on your temples here, but just make sure if you have a face that kind of goes in here, you might want to skip that part. It just, you work with your own face shape, and then the more you pull the contour down, so if you have like a really high forehead and you want it to look a little smaller, bring that contour down here, okay? So anyway, I'm all contoured. I like it. Okay, so I am going to come in and just blend it a little bit with the perfector, you know. Really lightly here because I did a pretty good job putting this on. And just blend the chin out a little bit under the lip. Okay, let's see. Yeah. All right, I like that. Okay, I should have had a glass of water here. Anyway, so now let's go on to the blush, and I am going to use the blend brush. I love this brush. It is super light, like a feather, like an angel's feather. Anyway, I love this. I'm going to use the Plum blush. That's one of my favorites. It's a satin, and it just is lovely. So let me put that on. I said it feels like this takes a long time because I'm talking so much, but usually I'm done. I guess 10 minutes, but all right. So last time I did this, it looked like I put so much on. Of course, like I said, the beauty of cream makeup, you can always go back and take it off if you put too much on. But you know, when I first put it in, you really just touch it. You touch it like, can you see any product on here? But you get so much color. So there you go. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna blend it down into my contour. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot on my face right there. It just, you have to really touch it lightly. So I'm just gonna grab this perfector right now. It's like, whoa, look at all that blush. But all I have to do is go like this. And there we go. Okay, and so then if you find that you go a little bit high, which, you know, happens, you can just grab your other brush again, your blush and bronzer, and just make sure that, yeah, I like that. So I will find sometimes too, I will apply the blush like just a second time at the very end, just to make sure I have enough on, because once it settles, you know, you might find that you need just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm liking that. Yeah, some people bring it over here on their cheeks again, but I have this big cheek thing going on, so I'm just not gonna go down that road. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to add a little glow. So I am going to, now you can do this with your perfector. That's another way to do it. I'm going to use Angel. I love Angel, and I love Angel on my skin. Let me take a look though here. I'm gonna, yeah, get it in the right spot. Okay, so I'm putting it on my finger right here. Stay away from any line action. You got plenty of room just to kind of put it on top of your blush, put it above at the top line of your blush. But this is so gorgeous. It's so natural looking. I love this. It's just, yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit on here. It really gives me that glow. Again, I've got another little stinking fuzzy on my face. Okay. All right, so can you see that glow happening? Yep. All right, I'm loving it. So then maybe I'll just take this brush a little and kind of bring my blush back into it. So, and then I'm just gonna touch it with the perfector, because I did put it on with my finger, and the warmth of my finger I think blends it in a lot, but I just want to make sure there's no fingerprint marks. So just blend it lightly. I mean, I'm just touching it lightly. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to do is I just like to do this. Oh, by the way, your Cupid's bow, you can put some Illuminator on that. I don't, because I've got some lines down here. I don't want to draw attention to them. And I overline my lips, so that's a whole other thing you'll see in a second. But that's another place where you can put it. It looks very sexy. In the summer, they actually have illuminators that are perfumes too. That's kind of cool. We'll do a whole video on like getting that summer glow, but you can put it on your collarbone there, and that looks really, really nice. Okay, so the last little bit, I'm going to take Pearl Illuminator, and I'm going to run that down. I'm going to look in the mirror, but I'm just running it down. That's like this is the whitest one. Just ran it right down the middle of my nose here like that. But I have to look close up to see this. All right. Okay, so I like that a lot. Just kind of brings everything out, gives me that glow that I'm looking for. All right, so we have our highlight, our contour, our blush, our illuminator. Now let me go in for some powder. Okay, again, my blush and bronzer brush. They have a powder brush, which is really nice too. I like that brush, but I'm just going to do this simple today, 3 brushes. Yeah, so let let me just dip into my powder, which is on the other side, of course. So it's the vanilla dust is a very finely milled powder, so I like it. So what I'm going to do is just in here, I'm going to squeeze the brush a little. Just get into the corners of my nose where I can still get oily at my age. Okay. And then I'm going to just sweep in a little here. Yeah. Pull it off a little. And just come in. And at this point, you could have, if you wanted to give it a more glowy look, you could use the Stay Spray. But I like this approach, like I said, especially for the photography. It really keeps everything in place. So you can see I'm going all around my face and very lightly under the eyes. You don't need much there. Tapping the nose, tapping the chin. And right here, again, where I have line action, that's the last place I'm going to put it. Okay? Because I don't want anything sitting in my lines. All right, so let me have a look. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do here is my lips. And we talked about lips before and how the loss of collagen leads to kind of loss of the fullness of your lips. You could definitely use the multitasker brush and take something like indigo and line around your lips. Totally works. A lot of people do it. But I'm going to use a lip pencil because I'm actually going to go outside the line of my lip, and that's what I need to do, and I just do it works for me. And I find this application works great. I don't have to retouch it all day, even with drinking water and the sort. So let me just get this dryness out of the corner of my lips here. That's from talking so much. I'm usually silent and, you know, behind the camera shooting, not jibber jabbering and talking. So I have to be quiet for this, and I'm just going to put it on. I mean, you know how to put lip liner on, but. Okay, so you look here, I've actually gone like under my lip line to achieve more fullness. This is NARS, by the way. It stays very well. It's a color that's discontinued, so I'm not going to tell you. When I run out of this, I'm going to have to find another favorite. Okay, so now I just want to, I mix my colors. So I might take like Dahlia and a couple different colors, black cherry, and mix them together. And I'm just gonna dab it on here with my finger. Trying not to rush so that I don't end up with lipstick all over. I don't want to draw out of my lines or color out of my lines. You can mix your lip and cheek. Okay. I was calling it blush before. It's called lip and cheek, but anyway, you know what I mean. All right. And just maybe a little more up here. I'll get to where the top of my lip is, and just maybe right here, minor correction. All right, so lips are looking good. And then the last thing I do is I take the Angel again, and I tap it right in the middle. I love that shine to bring out my lip area. So there you go. I'm liking it. So at this point, I just do a little total check, see, you know, if I needed a little more of something, but I'm kind of liking how it looks. So there you go. Yeah, I have a couple more things to say, but let me just take down my hair and give you an idea what this whole thing looks like. And again, if I wasn't talking, it would take me 10 minutes. Okay, so I love this youthful lit from within glow. I love the contour, the sculpting. I love the natural look. So this is super. I love this. Okay, and that is the finished look. I simply adore Saint makeup. I'm so happy to share it with you. I love the simplicity of it, the ease of application, how it fits in with my busy lifestyle, and how it looks so natural, and it's really given me my glow back. I really love it. So if you are interested in Saint and want to get started with it, click the link below and I will give you a professional color match that will match your own unique skin tone. And also, if you are interested in beauty, fashion, lifestyle, and more videos like this, click like and subscribe and click the bell to get notifications when I put out new videos. So it's been a pleasure speaking with you today. My name is Emmy. Remember to always wear your sunscreen and to live life passionately.